Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are staying safe. In today's episode, I'm going to talk about cloud transformation. Oh my goodness, this is one of a key demanding topic and everyone is talking around this. Let's understand what is cloud transformation all about. Just to keep it so simple, cloud transformation is simply the process of moving your workload to the cloud. Understood? It has its own migration of your applications or your softwares, your desktops, your data, or your entire infrastructure alignment with your business objectives, what has been defined at a group level. Overall, it hugely impacts the way how you run your business. Clear? Remember one thing, cloud transformation is about your business, not just the technology. And as the pandemic is getting spread and every company were forced to adapt to this digital first world, CIOs are getting so much pressure. They wanted to understand how do we make quick decisions throughout this new pandemic world to ensure, and how do we better to adapt and accelerate our digital transformation strategies. So CIOs now face a new challenge. They must sustain to this technological acceleration and see how better they continue to modernize their infrastructure or IT systems in order to become more efficient and flexible. And if you closely look at cloud migration has never before seen levels of innovation, agility, speed and flexibility. Isn't it? And it can also be so disruptive and challenging day in, day out. And it's not merely a technological issue, again I'm repeating. One of the most common blunders when you're planning to migrate to the cloud is failing to recognize that cloud projects are so complex by nature and operational and financial issues. Every program, when you're talking about a cloud transformation, has its own challenges. A successful transition, whatever you are saying, it always requires certain aspects to understand how do we align ourselves before we start doing this cloud transition. It's about promoting your company-wide cultural transformation shift, and understand you have your own legacy mindsets. It has to be away from your technology and a plan or start your journey towards your deeper focus on your business goals when you're planning for a cloud transition. So let me help you to understand 3 things you should make a note. Allow your business objectives or goals to drive your transformational objectives. So you have a list of transformational activities. Ensure that do you really align yourself to your business objectives. Whether it is improving the speed with your new services which you are going to launch, or increasing the financial efficiency by reducing some of the OPEX, or you wanted to standardizing IT to promote agility. So understand which is the key important areas for you to make a note of it. And 2, determine your deployment approach, because the approach, whatever you're talking about deployment, will help you to balance your business needs and your time constraints and your security and local regulatory constraints, as well as your cost. So these are some of the aspects will help you to determine your deployment approach. And 3, implement P3. Yes, you heard this. Process, people, platform. So this approach will help you to encourage new ways of thinking and see where you can implement automated processes, identify those processes and methodologies. What is the methodology that you're following, and do you have the right skills? So all of which will be supported by your new platforms and infrastructure when you're planning to go with the cloud transition. So my views on how you can make your cloud transition or cloud journey smoother. One, modernization. Everyone talks about this, but let me share my thoughts around this. Businesses, they can pick variety of choices, because when they wanted to shift hundreds or tens of thousands of applications to the cloud, and remember one thing, each with has its own distinct cost to value ratio. It's not so easy to predict which application should move to cloud, because you have to do proper deep assessment before you plan to shift. The first and most common method most of the companies they thought about lift and shift, which is copying in your existing stack from one infrastructure and pasting it to another infrastructure. However, while this is by far the easiest method, I would say the migrated application is so identical to the source application, and it helps you to prevent some of the companies to taking full use of all your cloud native features like an agility, etc. So instead, companies they should consider migration strategies like redeployment, replatforming, restructuring. So these are some of the strategies will allow you to simultaneously application upgrading activities can you plan it, right? So application modernization will definitely reduce the complexity of your older legacy systems, and it helps you to enable the agile testing, and it optimizes your platform infrastructure or your internal architecture of your data centers. And these are all some of the aspects if you go with the application modernization as a program. So these solutions cost more time and money, because they require complete system reinstallations and changes to your underlying components, or maybe even recoding all or some of the part of your software applications, isn't it? So they do, however, give a business a better chance to effectively understand the cloud technology and see how better you adapt the benefits of these new innovations and manage your technological debt without a danger. So modernization will definitely one of the key important aspects when you're planning for your cloud journey, which has to be so smoother. And two, operating model, very important. It's so critical, because you wanted to ensure your business needs and your IT departments throughout this transformation and beyond, isn't it? And this is one of the area where it has its own lagging ways of working because of the collaboration between your business and IT teams. So please take a note of this operating model is very important. The idea here, what I'm saying is about create a decentralized operating model so that it allows the IT department to respond so agility to your business needs, improve services, and take advantage of cloud benefits. Ensure on top of that, underlying security is very, very important. You have to preserve your security and ensure your SLAs, what has been agreed between business and IT, right? So while this may look like a very challenging task when you're starting your first cloud transition, but you can complete this with the help of your CCOE, which is every company has their own cloud center of excellence. So ensure, do you have a proper COE is in place? Every company has, for example, for enterprise architecture, you have a COE, your PMO has their own COE, understood? So center of excellence is one of the key important portfolio, you should have it in place, and it helps you to achieve the balance between your speed and stability by lot of collaboration activities you can do with different departments, so that they understand, okay, this is how I should adapt myself, and this is the cloud strategy, and this is the cloud governance which has been in place, and these are all the automation or platform or an applications has been planned to move from on-premise to cloud data center, right? So keep the smaller chunks of planned schedules in your operating models. So every company, they can use the strategy to accelerate your innovation and migration while increasing your agility. and meeting the both objectives from the business and IT teams. So end of the day, we are planning to align ourselves to minimize some of the overall change costs. Do you agree, right? So the operating model is very critical when you're planning for cloud transition. And the last one, optimization. Yes. One of the most important factors if you wanted to consider when migrating to the cloud is a cost reduction. Because many businesses, if you look at closely, they are having a difficulty to meet their cost cutting goals. So optimization has its own ways of identify which are all areas you really need to focus. One of the area is cost cutting. And if you closely understand, it's a complete life cycle of which are all the components you should be plan to understand, to optimize or to leverage certain areas. Either it can be your governance, or it can be your cost analysis, or it can be the way how you have a communication within your teams. So to ensure success, you should have a governance strategy. You implement from the start, and it helps you and your company to identify certain areas of improvement and understand how do we integrate with this business critical processes, and do a proper RACI metrics, like who has to do what, and make them more accountable. At the same time, adapt the best practices from the cloud management aspects. So once this is in place, the next one is continuous improvement processes. So you have to do a proper periodically routine check to understand and review your cloud service consumptions, which is one of the hidden success criteria when we talk about optimization. And analyze and enhance your services, what has been used, and see can we get proactively some of the reporting aspects from the different cost patterns across your group level. So see how better reporting graphs you can create within the cloud transition, and see how those can be leveraged much well for every entities within your company. And cloud transformation, slowly it is evolving into very key critical element of your digital transformation, and that is backed by everyone in your business teams. So optimization is very important aspect when you're planning yourself for a cloud transformation. I hope you understand what are the 3 important factors you should consider when you're transforming towards your cloud. Just to conclude my thoughts around this, remember one thing: while cloud transformation is not an easy, it's a well worth effort, and it's becoming very increasingly important for every company to maintain their own competitive advantage in your digital first world. So please go and review all these important aspects and see how better you can align and be more disruptive as an individual organization within your line of businesses when you're planning to move towards a cloud transformation. Thanks for listening, and thank you.